New, load, co-op, exit. Exit, co-op, load, new. Okay. Open up the game arena. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play Stardew Valley. First things first, I'm actually going to go ahead and light the fireplace so we can see inside at night, and then we're going to go ahead and jump right in, check the TV. Ooh, excellent. It's going to rain tomorrow, so we won't have to worry about watering our crops. Let's see what the fortune teller says here. Good humor, okay. And finally, I'll check living off the land. I'll kind of leave this up for you to read it. Oh, okay, cool. So this is the game actually telling you about that spring onions, or that spring onion patch, rather. I forgot they informed you. You know, it's been a while since I've paid attention to living off the land, and a crow ate another one of my crops. God, that's annoying. Wow, that's really unlucky. I've never had like that many crops eaten that quickly. It's got me a little worried, actually. I mean, it won't be too bad, but still. Alright everyone, I went ahead and cut out the watering, just to kind of save some time there. So today I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to Pierre's. I'm going to see how much that backpack upgrade is, because I believe it's 1,000 gold, but now that I think about it, it might actually be 2,000. Either way, whether we end up getting it or not, I want to pick up some more seeds as well, because I'd like to generate as much of a profit as I can by the time the Egg Festival hits. I didn't really talk about this in the first video, but you're going to want to save up some money for this Egg Festival here, because this festival sells strawberry seeds. It's the only point in the game you can get strawberry seeds, and they're going to be probably the best way to make money early in the spring. Oops, it's not time for them to open yet. I'll go around and check some trash cans. But yeah, strawberries are easily the best way to profit early in the game. Oh, here's Penny. Let me go ahead and talk to her while I'm at it. Yeah, I like Penny. She's a sweet girl. So yeah, I'm gonna be dumping as much of my money as possible into seeds. Probably just more parsnip seeds, because that's the other thing. You don't want to plant things that won't grow in time for the Egg Festival. Like cauliflower, for example, will sell for a lot more than parsnips, but I believe it takes 12 days to grow, and we don't quite have. Excuse me, we don't have quite that much time. Okay, it's 9 o'clock, so Pierre's is open. Let's check out the backpack here. Okay, it is 2,000 gold. So, I'm not going to worry about that now. Let's take a look at these seeds here. I was going to just buy parsnip. Potato wouldn't be bad either. Let's see, it takes 6 days to mature, and you can harvest multiple potatoes. 6 days to mature, so if you remember in the last video I said that 6 days to mature means the next 6 days after the day you plant it. So I think these would actually be ready on the 11th. Normally I just get parsnip seeds, but I'm actually going to go ahead and try potato seeds. I've never tried buying these before. This will also be less crops to water, because if we had bought parsnip seeds, we'd have like more than twice the amount of this. And oh, here's Mario. Let's go ahead and say hi to her as well. Oh, yeah, Mario's really nice, too. A lot of the characters in this game are really nice, with a few, exceptions. But yeah, so if I had bought parsnip seeds, I'd have, like, actually definitely over 60. And that can be a bit much to water all of that. It does kind of suck. I mean, it's nice to have all that profit, don't get me wrong, but it does suck to, you know, have to spend all your energy, like, first thing in the day. So I'm going to go ahead and take my hoe out of here, and I'm going to take some of these spring onions to eat as well. Let's take this Joja Cola too, why not? And I'll go ahead and drink this now, why not? Okay. Let's hoe out some of this land first. I think with the rest of today, I'm just going to do some more fishing. That's going to be a lot of what we do early in the game, just because... Oh, hang on, let me count real quick. 12... Right, because 8 plus 4 is 12. 29, so 3 more rows. Okay, we might have to clear some more of this out. Early in the game, we're going to be doing a lot of fishing. And I promise that won't be the case for the entire spring. Oh, I need my scythe, too. In fact, tomorrow I think we're actually going to go be doing something else. Tomorrow in-game, not tomorrow's video, or whenever the next video goes up. But again, it's kind of like I alluded to in the last video, fishing is just the easiest way to make money early in the game, and it's a really profitable venture early in the game, so that's why I've been doing a lot of it. This won't just be fishing the game, I promise. Okay, so let's clear out some more of this land. What did I say? I need about 3 more rows. Should be good. 2 and 3. I might actually want to clear some of this down here out because it might start encroaching on my crops here. Let's go ahead and just plant these. Okay. Oh, once again, I end up making 1 more row that I actually needed. No, actually that'll work, because, yeah, I'll just put a seed right there. Pick up this clay, go ahead and water everything else here. And now you're starting to see why it's important to have energy, or rather food that gives you energy earlier in the game, particularly free energy. It's mainly for watering, honestly. I mean, just about anything you do is going to cost you energy. But having enough energy to water at the start of the day is super important. It's, you know, if you do nothing else with your energy throughout the day, if you don't have any food and only have 1 bar, you really want to use that to water your crops. And let's see, it's about 1 p.m. Oops. And you know, I did talk myself into clearing more of this out, but first I'm going to eat some of these spring onions. Ooh, you know what I just realized too? Since it's going to rain tomorrow, that'll be even better for what I plan on doing, since I won't have to worry about watering the crops. I'm going to go ahead and put these away. Let's go ahead and fill up the watering can, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and put it away. I don't know why I kept it on me all last video, because normally what I do is, when I'm done watering, I'll just fill up the can, put it in here. I'm going to go ahead and sort my personal inventory as well. Except I will switch these around like so. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Come down here and clear all this out. This stump right here, it'll show you, yeah, my axe isn't strong enough to break it yet. But that's alright. I actually kind of like leaving those stumps around for decoration purposes. Because more of those won't spawn, unlike trees, bushes, and stones, and like... you can see now that we're chopping down trees, we're actually picking up different kinds of nuts here. Like I got acorns. If I chop down this pine tree, I'll get pine cones as well. These are actually pretty important to pick up. I said in the last video when we got our foraging level up that you can use those to make field snacks. In order to make a field snack, you will need 1 of each kind of nut. There's acorns, pine trees, and maple seeds. And I think this one will drop acorns. I have the hardest time telling apart the maple trees and the, was it oak trees that drop acorns? I'm not sure. I'm not quite a botanist. Although I do like plants. I always thought it would kind of neat to work at a nursery. I've heard people say that it can be very relaxing. Okay, so... Oh, we actually didn't get any pine cones from that pine tree, which kind of stinks. I'll just cut down a different one. You know what? Maybe I can get this... 15... There we go. Okay, barely made it. And there's a pine cone. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my crafting menu, and now you see field snack as an option. I'm going to go ahead and make that. And you can see it actually restores a really good amount of energy. This is probably the most energy restoration we've seen per item so far. That said, though, I'm not going to be farming for those just yet. I'm going to go ahead and put everything away, and I'll take out some spring onions. And then I'm just going to go into town to do my fishing, because it's already getting pretty close to the end of the day here. I feel like this in-game day just flew by. Because I haven't even really done that much now that I think about it. That should be fine for now. Well, okay, no, I got the seeds all planted and watered as well. So we did a fair bit. Oh, here's a bunch of people we can talk to. This is Caroline. I don't really talk to her much. She's Pierre's wife, I believe. I always get her and Jody mixed up. Yeah, thanks, Jody. Here's Vincent. He's actually Jody's son, if I can talk to him. Oh, well, thanks, kid. And I saw someone else over here. I think that was just Marnie or someone... Okay, it was Lewis. Oh, here's Evelyn. Evelyn's really sweet. I like her a lot. Yeah, see, she's really nice. Here's Penny again. Let me see how many people that makes. Okay, so yeah, we only have about 8 more people to talk to. We actually just have exactly 8 people to talk to. So you might notice I'm coming down to the same spot here to fish. It doesn't matter where you fish. Oops. Ah, jeez. It doesn't matter where you fish as far as, like, the river goes. You can fish in any spot in the river and you'll catch the same fish. I just like this spot in particular. I don't know. It's relatively close to the farm. It's, I also kind of like that it's off-center. Normally your character is always in the center of the screen. But since the edge of the screen's right over here, your character ends up being a little bit off-center. I don't know, there's something I just think is kind of cool about that. Oh, you know, I was watching back on my last video when I was editing it, and I actually should have been saving more of the fish that I caught for... You know, I was debating... Ooh, a treasure. I was debating whether or not I should spoil it, but I've already said it before. For the community center. I don't remember offhand which fish you need for it. Ooh, iron. That's really good to have early. That said, though, you do want to save fish for the community center. So really, I should be saving one of each kind of fish that I'm catching, just to be safe. Although, looking back, the kind of fish that we're catching are pretty common, and I also think most of them appear year-round. Or at least in multiple seasons. That's the nice thing about this game, is that there are very few fish that only appear in one season. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is pufferfish, which only appear in summer. And even then, I think they only appear on certain days in summer. Pufferfish are one of the harder fish to catch. Fortunately, it's pretty easy to get pufferfish in a different way that we will be seeing tomorrow, actually. Ooh, another treasure chest. Spirits were in good humor, though. I was going to say I'm getting pretty lucky with those. That's another thing the humor of the spirits will determine, in addition to how frequently you catch fish, is how often these treasure chests appear. So here we got some bait, which isn't super helpful to me because I don't have a rod I can actually put bait on yet. I'll drink this Joja Cola so we have some room in our inventory, but if push comes to shove and I just swap something out, I'm just going to throw this bait away. Bait is really cheap anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Ooh. I thought something happened with my capture for a second. The music cut out really quickly. But I actually think that's because it turned to 7 p.m. The music that we were hearing was like the daytime town music. And I don't believe any music plays during town or in town during night. Oh, and here's Sam. I'm kind of mad I actually drank that Joja Cola because I could have given that to him. He would have really liked that. But that said, the social points aren't something that you... we can just throw these away. The social points aren't something that you really have to go for very early in the game. And like any aspect of the game, it's not something you have to focus on. In fact, when I was doing my Year 1 Community Center run-throughs, which I promise one of these days I'll stop talking about that, but when I was doing those playthroughs, I was focusing so much on... Oh no, I actually I should have been paying attention there. I was focusing so much on the... I'll just throw this away. On the community center itself that I didn't end up talking to people. So you see I actually ran out of energy there. It's kind of serendipitous that I did though, because now I can show you what happens. When you run out of energy, you get this like sluggish or overexerted icon. Basically what that means is that when you wake up the next day, you'll have a bit of a penalty taken out. You won't start with a full energy meter. It'll still be mostly full, probably like 3/4. And had I not eaten something, if I'd remained at 0 energy, you would have been stuck at walking speed instead of running everywhere, which is definitely a huge pain. You move probably about half as quickly walking as you do running. So don't freak out, though, if you run out of energy and get overexerted. It's really not that big of a deal. It really just means that when I wake up, I'm going to have to eat a little more food than I normally would. Speaking of food, now that I think about it, I might want to stop fishing a little bit early here so that I can go get some more spring onions. So I think I'll stop fishing here maybe about 10:30. That should give me enough time. Actually, that'll definitely give me enough time. More garbage. We'll just toss that. You might notice here that like some of the fish as well as forageables are also silver stars. That's another thing that luck and I believe fishing level will also affect is the quality of fish that you catch. Nice. You might have also seen, I didn't really point it out because I was talking about overexertion, but I got an achievement as well. I believe I got that for hitting level 3 fishing. I can go check that actually as soon as I catch this fish here. Wow, yet another treasure chest. This is actually... Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, don't lose the fish though. Dang it. Ah, you see, when you lose the fish, you lose the treasure chest too. That's a real bummer. I'm not even as mad about losing the fish as I am the treasure, because that could have been something really good. I almost spoiled a very rare item I caught fishing in my Switch file once, but I'd rather encounter that item first. Although, like I said, it's really rare. I've only got it the one time on my Switch profile. Wow, yet another one. Okay, I'm going to let this fill up, and then come up here and get this. And then, there we go. Yeah, like I kind of alluded to earlier, the green bar has a bit of, like, a weight to it. Frozen geode. That's not bad. See, you can see here it says a blacksmith can break this open for you. So it has a chance to contain some mining drops, like maybe more of this iron ore or coal or something else. It's not that important to have, though. So I'm honestly just going to toss it. Okay. Again, just keeping an eye on my energy meter. So after this cast, I'm going to need to... Oh, you know what? It's 10:40 anyway, so I'm going to need to stop either way. In fact, okay, here we go. I was going to say, depending on what time I catch this fish, I might not even go check for spring onions. But I think... Wow, another treasure chest. We should have enough time to go look for spring onions, though. Okay, copper ore. I do want that. I definitely want that more than bait. So we'll go ahead and toss that. Alright, now let's go see. First things first, though. I'm going to eat one spring onion. And then I'm going to put my scythe as my active weapon. The reason I'm doing that is because in case I accidentally click, then I can just swipe my scythe and I won't lose any energy for it. If you accidentally click while you have like your axe or your fishing rod active, you will still consume the energy even if you don't actually like cast into the water or hit anything with your axe. Okay, let's take a look down here. Wow, nothing again. That's fairly unlucky. I do see some worms though. Clay, I'm not really worried about that. Oh yeah, you see the Z's appear above my head. That means that's kind of like the game's warning, like, hey, just so you know, you're going to suffer that energy penalty. Oh, I was going to say, it might not be a big deal if I get back after one because I'm overexerted anyway, but now that I thought about it, oh, here's Shane. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Alright, never mind then. Yeah, Shane's not the most friendly guy at first, but he's not a bad guy. Oh, but I was saying, I don't know, basically what I was getting at is I don't know whether or not energy penalties stack, so if I get to bed after 1, I would suffer a minor energy penalty. I don't know if that'll be on top of the energy penalty I already have. Let's stop off at the treasure chest. I'm going to put these away. I'll keep the onions in my inventory because I'll use them tomorrow. Actually, I'm thinking about what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So I won't be needing really any of this stuff. So I think I'm actually going to put all my tools away except for my pickaxe, which might give away what I plan on doing. I hope I'm remembering that right. And oh, you know what? I told myself too I want to save one of these breams. Well, there goes 1 a.m. So actually we'll see if these energy penalties stack or not. I'm going to put my onions back here. I like to have my food at the end so that if I'm using the mouse wheel to scroll through, I can just go back and forth like this. Oops. Oh, come on. You see, if you're holding something, it won't actually go to sleep necessarily right away. Okay, yeah, I did hit level 3 fishing. And that's a decent little bit of money. The reason I saved the bream and not one of the smallmouth bass is because I don't think you need smallmouth bass for the community center. Check the weather here. Looks like it'll be clear and sunny tomorrow. Fortune teller says a spirits feel neutral. Okay. Come on, these crows! Oh, this is making me so mad. I've seriously never had crows appear this many times this early in the game. Let's see. Oh, and since we hit fishing level 3, Willie is now offering a new fishing pole that you can actually put bait on. Though we don't have enough money to get that quite yet. You see we have another letter here. Interesting. Come to old Haas? It's actually supposed to be house. It's funny, I haven't actually shown that house yet, so I'm surprised we're getting this letter. Okay, here's the letter I've been looking for. It's from Joja Mart. You see their mining caused a landslide, and now that they've cleared that landslide out of the way, we can actually get to the mines. Had I actually gone up to... Wow, another letter. Oh, okay, this is from Robin. This is her saying that we can go to her cabin now, which is actually also her store, and she can make upgrades to our house as well as build buildings on our farm. That's not something we'll be able to do just yet. We don't have the money for it. Speaking of money, I'm glad I thought of this when I did. I'm actually going to go down to the south here before I go to the mines. And I was about to say, had we gone up to the mines earlier, we actually would have seen the landslide blocking the way, as well as a Joja Mart worker working to clear that. You know, while I'm here, I know I keep doing this, and if I don't find anything, I might even just cut this out, but I'm going to come down here and look for more spring onions. Again, it's something you really want to try to do, ideally every day, just because, again, the free energy... Come on. If any spawn. Okay, here's 3. This is kind of a bad luck playthrough, to be honest, so far. What with the crows and also just the lack of... Usually I find a lot more spring onions by this point. Let me go ahead and... No, I haven't lost any energy yet. We'll just leave it. This is one thing I do kind of dislike, is that the qualities... you can't combine items even if they have different qualities, which does make sense. It's just a little irritating. So, on Fridays and Sundays, you want to come up here because you'll see a wagon here. This wagon sells items that normally aren't available at other stores. And the inventory will actually change every week, or every day, rather. So, let's see here. What do I have, 400 gold? I really want to buy one of these, either the orange or the fiddlehead fern. These will both be important for the community center. And now that I think about it, fiddlehead ferns are a little easier to come by, so I'm actually going to buy this orange. Again, we'll be using that for the community center, and I think if we actually go near it now, we'll get that cutscene I was talking about earlier. So you definitely want to make sure you don't accidentally eat this. I'm going to go straight back to my farm, actually, and just put it away in the chest, just to be safe. And depending on how much wood we have, I might actually set up another... chest. I talked myself out of it. It's not that big of a deal. We do have enough wood for another chest, but I'm just going to go ahead and put that away. Let's go ahead and sort this. I'm just seeing if I want to take any more food. I think these spring onions will be fine. But yes, every Friday and Sunday, like I said, is where that wagon will appear in that part of the valley. And you want to make sure... I don't have my hoe on me. You want to make sure you check that twice a week, every single week. Just because, again, you can get rare items there. Especially if you're, yet again, I talk about doing a year 1 community center run. If you're going to be doing that, you absolutely want to check the cart every single time it appears there. Still no cutscene, looks like. No. So to get to the mine area, you're going to want to go east of the community center and then up north here. And when we go north here, you see we're at a different screen we haven't seen yet. This is Robin's house. I'll go ahead and go in here. And I'm actually going to give her this daffodil. Yeah, she likes it. And this is Robin's husband, Demetrius. He's a scientist, you can see from like the beakers and stuff here. And I'm going to see if he likes daffodils. Oh yeah, see, he likes them. Down here is Sebastian's room. But it's locked. You have to be good enough friends with people to get into their bedrooms. Actually, yeah, I'll just straight up tell you that right here. And Marnie, no, not Marnie, Maru also lives here as well. But yeah, to get to the mines, this is the lake I was talking about earlier. To get to the mines, you're going to want to come up here. And this is where the landslide would have been. You can see part of it is still blocking something right here. We'll get into that much later. But we'll go into the mines here, and we should, yep, get a cutscene. Marlin, I always forget this dude's name. Oh, really? Yeah, he's not kidding when he says that there's good ore down there, but you can see here, there's going to be other things waiting for us down there as well. And since it's dangerous to go alone, we're going to take this. Our first weapon of the game, the rusty sword. So when I first started playing this game, this is about the point where I started getting really excited, because I thought to myself, okay, if it's just farming and fishing and foraging, that's a little boring, but you can see here there actually is going to be mining as well as combat in this game. Now here is the elevator here. If you go to try to push the button, nothing's going to happen. That's because it's not working just yet, but we'll see how that functions probably shortly here. And let's go ahead and get started mining. So these gray rocks here will always drop stone. These other ones here might have a chance to drop geodes, actually, as I was about to explain. Geodes you can take to Clint, and then he'll open them for you, and you have a chance of getting some drops inside. Now you can see here, by mining these rocks, we actually made a ladder appear. The ladder will appear... Ooh, I'm going to be quiet, actually, for just a moment, just so you can hear the music. I love the mining music in this game. There's a lot of different mining tracks, too. These big stones will take a little bit more to break. However, once they do, you see they drop a lot of stone. As I was saying, though, when you mine a rock, you have a chance to drop a ladder like that, or for a ladder to appear underneath it. The location of the ladder is not set per mining floor. It actually has a chance to drop. It's kind of like a chance of getting a geode or a chance of getting some ore from a rock. And that will also be affected by the spirits. That's actually, as far as I'm concerned, the main things that spirits influence is how often the ladders will appear. So if I see that the spirits are very displeased, even if I'd already planned on going mining that day, you can see we got an enemy here under this rock, as well as a beetle over there. The beetles kind of mind their own business, though, so I don't usually mess with them. This crab, however, will give us some trouble. But yeah, if the spirits are very displeased, I might not even wind up going mining, just because I won't have as high a chance to get to the ladder, and you won't be able to get as far down. You see, enemies also have a chance to drop the ladder there as well. We got some treasure chests here as well. We got some hardwood from that, which will be important later in the game. I'm going to go ahead and get this copper here. If you see these kind of rocks here, that means they'll always drop copper. Whereas other rocks only have a minor chance to drop copper. Come on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and eat this onion here just to free up an inventory slot. And you can see up here in the upper left corner, it actually shows you what floor you're on. I got another earth crystal here. You see more enemies here. That's a blue slime this early, huh? These slimes are a total pain in the ass. I'm actually not even going to fight them just yet. Honestly, of any enemy in the game, the slimes are probably just the most annoying. When they hit you, they have a chance to give you like a slow status so that you walk about half speed. Which makes it harder to get away from them and also to attack them. They're just a massive pain. I would just as soon not mess with them. Okay. Yeah, you see here, when we reached floor 5, we got a little jingle and the elevator appeared here. So now if I wanted to, I could take this back up to the top, and when I go back to the top, I could also take it back down to the 5th floor. You'll be able to take the elevator to any interval of 5 floors that you find. So if you're mining and the day's about to come to an end and you're on like the 4th or 9th floor, it's good to try to push for that next floor down, just so you can unlock it for the next time you come mining. This is another really good mining track. Who am I saying though? They're all good. Who am I kidding, rather? Yeah, honestly, mining is probably just my favorite part of the game. Just because, you know, there's a little bit of treachery to it. You get a fight. It feels more rewarding to pick up stuff in the mine than to just run around and forage or fish all day. And it's just something else to do. So there's some copper over there, but I'm going to go ahead and go down here. Because I'd like to get to floor 10 by the end of the day. I don't think we'll have any trouble doing that. You can see my energy is running a little low here, so I'm going to eat some spring onions. Yeah, we definitely won't have any trouble getting down to the 10th floor. But maybe I could push for the 15th. If I get really lucky, even the 20th. Okay, that should be good. And I'm going to pick up this quartz before I go down the ladder. Okay, let's go ahead and get this copper here. And I'll go ahead and fight these slimes, just to kind of show you what they're all about. Okay. Ooh, and if you see one with a star above its head like this, that means it has more of a chance to drop something rare. Oh, Jesus, crab. Okay. The star slimes also have much more health than their regular counterparts. Okay, you can see, ooh, that one dropped a ring. A small magnet ring. This will increase the radius for collecting items, which is actually pretty useful to have. I didn't really talk about this before, but this is your equipment down here. You can see you can hold up to 2 rings, a hat, and boots. Hats are purely cosmetic, but they're still fun to wear. And boots will actually give you a bit of a stat upgrade. I like having magnet rings early in the game, as well as a glow ring if we can find one of those. Ooh, if you see a rock that looks like this, that has kind of like a little spiral in it, go ahead and crack that open, because it'll always have a rare gem in it, like a topaz. So you can see what we got there. I'm eyeing my health. It's not too bad. Yeah, early on in the mines, you won't have to really worry about your health. Wow, another magnet ring. That's really lucky, actually. Yeah, early in the game, you won't have to worry as much about your health. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to show you a neat little trick you can do here. If you take an item, and put it outside of the menu but not in the trash can, you'll actually drop it on the ground, like so. So now I'm just going to go here and equip my other small magnet ring, and now I can pick up that hardwood again. That's actually really lucky to get those on my first mining trip. This will be nice and easy, because now I don't really have to walk as far to pick stuff up, which doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but it's a pretty nice quality of life upgrade. See, it looks like I'm on the 9th floor now, and you can see every interval of 10 floors, not only will you get an elevator, but you'll get a treasure as well. And we got our first set of boots. So again, I'm going to do this trick where I take the hardwood, put it outside of here. Whoops, went back into my inventory. Now I'll equip the boots, and I pick up the hardwood again. See, the leather boots gives us +1 defense and +1 immunity. Immunity being a chance to resist things like the slime's slow status. The stats aren't really, like, super duper influential in this game. It's not like this isn't like a JRPG where you're going to want to, like, optimize all of your equipment, The boots especially, I just kind of wear whatever I pick up. Well, this is a bit unlucky that we have to spend this much energy this early. You can see this floor is a little bit darker too. This will happen sometimes. You also might have noticed that the kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, aesthetic of this floor has changed from the previous ones. You see there's a bunch of vines growing in here. Which is another cool thing about the mines, actually, is that you will see them kind of change backgrounds and aesthetic as you go further down. Like I said, the mine is just easily my favorite aspect of the game. I'm going to go ahead and eat a few more of these. Let's see, it's 7 p.m. I'm going to fill up enough to max my health, and then if I need more energy, I'll keep at it. If you see grass down here, ooh, a little bit of slowdown there. If you see grass, you can just cut it with the sword. The sword, like the scythe, does not actually use any energy to consume. And this is where having a glow ring would be nice, because you can see it's kind of hard to tell whether or not there's a... Oh, jeez, these bugs. I hate these bugs. Uh-oh. Oh, you see the screen got a little darker there. That means there's actually going to be a swarm of these bugs coming at me. And you know what? Ugh, I don't want to deal with this. I'm actually just going to leave. Yes, leave the mine. So, we didn't quite make it down to floor 15, but we did make it down to 10. And we have a little bit of time left in the day. So I think what I'm going to do is go back to the farm, put stuff away. I want this leek. But I don't... Do I want the leek more than the hardwood? I actually think the answer is yes. Hardwood is something you really never want to throw away. But this early in the game, one piece of it isn't going to do you much good anyway. And we'll need this leek for reasons. So let's see if, okay, yeah, this is Linus here. Yeah, Linus just kind of minds his own business up here in his tent. Just kind of does his own thing. I like Linus a lot. You'll see he's actually a really sweet guy. There's a sign that says railroad to the north, but there's just a wall here. We'll be seeing something about that a bit later in the game. Oh, wow, look at all these leeks. I'm actually really glad I threw out that hardwood now. Because for one leek, it's kind of like meh, but to be able to pick up 5 of them... Oh, there's some horseradish, too. You know what? We have enough time today that I'll be able to come back and get that. You see, if we take this path here, it'll actually lead to our farm again, into the north part of the farm. Let's take the sword and clear that out. I actually want to check this out here. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's actually a cave right here. And there's nothing in it for now. But walking into the cave and checking it out will actually trigger a cutscene. Maybe tomorrow? If not tomorrow, probably in the next video. Oh, these parsnips are ready to pick. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay. Yeah, we'll just put everything away here. Nice. Okay. I'm a little upset, actually, that I didn't realize that earlier, because I could have gone into town to sell these. Which I'm thinking might have actually been really important to do. Because I could have had more time to plant some more stuff. Oh, and this would have been all watered too. Man, I'm a little mad I didn't think about doing that. But you know what? It's okay. We had a pretty good mining trip. Okay, so before I just dump these in the bin here to sell willy-nilly, I'm actually going to want to set aside this golden parsnip as well as 5 of these regular ones. I think... Is it 5? I actually think I need 5 of the golden ones. I think that's the case. And I'm just going to end up buying more parsnip seeds tomorrow anyway. So let's go ahead and throw those in the chest. And we still have a little bit of energy here. So I think what I'm going to do is take my axe out. And I am going to actually set up another treasure chest here. Let's go ahead and put it right here. I'm going to make this one blue. Sure. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this blue chest my mining chest. So stuff that I pick up while mining, I'm going to put in that one specifically. Stone, however, I'm going to keep in this chest because you use stone for crafting with a lot of this kind of stuff that I would keep here. But yeah, everything I picked up when I mined, I'm going to go ahead and throw in this blue chest here. And then since I've got some energy to spare, I'm going to go ahead and do some tree cutting. You know, I was staying silent because I thought I was going to cut this out, but it's close enough to the end of the day. I'll just leave it in. Okay, so as I said in the description of the first video, I actually have changed my mind. I'm only going to be doing 2 days per video instead of 3, just because that last video ended up a bit longer than I wanted it to be. So I think 2 is a better number. This axe... Yeah, I'll put it away. The pickaxe and sword I typically keep on my person, just because I'm normally mining, and I actually like to keep food on my person as well. Just because mining is, you know, on any given day, I'm more likely to mine than anything else. But anyway, let's go to sleep for the night, and then we'll get to see our profits. Oh, we got a mining level, nice. As well as our first farming level. That's awesome. We actually got that for picking those parsnip seeds, and you can see now we can make a scarecrow, which will, as the name implies, solve our crow problem. We can also make some basic fertilizer. I probably won't be doing a whole lot of that. You know, actually, I think I will. There's no reason not to. We also got some proficiency with the watering can and hoe, so that it takes less time to use those items. And you can see here we made a nice chunk of change from farming those parsnips. Again, had I known they were ready, I would have liked to have gone to Pierre's to sell them, so that we could have bought more. I would have bought potato seeds and planted those. But since I missed a day, I think I'm just going to buy parsnip seeds instead. But that about does it for this video. Thanks everyone for watching. This is Hexlex signing out. Have a good day.